Welcome to InCabin from the creators of AutoSense. InCabin connects the global community of automotive interior specialists working on in-cabin safety, comfort, and productivity solutions through industry-leading events and knowledge sharing. We are speaking with Peter Larsen, Manager of Concepts and Architectures at IEE Sensing. And Peter, welcome to InCabin. Good to see you, friend.
Good to see you, Carl. Very nice to talk with you today.
Peter, what does a manager of concepts and architectures? What is that role? Tell us more. Your job title caught me, and I have to ask you about it, my friend. Walk us through your day to day, manager of concepts and architectures.
Well, that's a very good question, Carl. It's maybe not logic to everybody, but essentially what we do in our team is that we take new ideas, new technologies, whether it's our own ideas or something that somebody asked for, and then we take them make them into a product that finally will serve the world. In terms of in-cabin sensing, which is the specialty of IE Sensing. So yeah, that's basically what the role of the team is and my day-to-day job. You know, I arrive at work in the morning and I have absolutely no clue where the day will take me. We do a lot of innovation, so we have to be very agile, and that's what we do.
I like it. And then on this particular day, we happen to be doing an interview talking about your role and then talking about IEE sensing. So, Peter, tell us more about IEE sensing. Then, what is your current focus? And tell us more about your products and your solutions and your innovations.
All right, Kyle. Well, we have a lot of R&D projects, as you can imagine. We basically try to leverage our current technologies, find new technologies that we can use for the purpose of in-cabin sensing or even other automotive or even non-automotive applications. But one of the main focuses that we have today in our team is sensor fusion. That is really something that we've picked up on in the last couple of years.
And so, when it comes to sensor fusion, Peter, how does IEE contribute then to in cabin sensing when we're having this sensor fusion discussion?
Well, actually, sensor fusion is something that you would say that a lot of different technology areas are looking into these days, and particularly also in-cabin, we've seen there's a trend there, but it's actually not new to IEE. Our technology has already been used in a fusion environment for safety purposes for many, many years. One of the examples that I can mention is that our occupant classification systems, which have been on the market for a quarter of a century now, they are an integral part of the vehicle's passive restraint systems. So basically, they help saving lives in the case of an accident. So when it comes to sensor fusion, this gives us a background in that we understand what an individual sensor actually is doing in a bigger system where other information is being used to make a final decision, in this case about airbag deployment. So that's what we can contribute to in-cabin sensing in terms of sensor fusion.
We're speaking with Peter Larsen, Manager of Concepts and Architectures at IEE Sensing. And Peter, why does IEE Sensing, why do you continue to invest in sensor fusion? Why is this important for you?
Well, in the example that I mentioned about occupant classification systems being part of a grander system, what we realized is that more functions can be enabled if we start looking at sensors not as individual units doing an individual function in a car, in a vehicle, but we realized that the different in-cabin sensing technologies that we actually have in our portfolio, they can be combined to provide even more functions than in the vehicle than is possible as standalone systems. So in terms of why we are investing in this, it's basically to enable a bit more functionality. And at the same time, and this is of course something that a lot of people are looking into, save on costs. So making several sensors work together, providing more functionality, and maybe getting to a point where costs can be saved.
And then taking that just a step further, Peter, continuing with that train of thought, then how are you using sensor fusion? How are you leveraging sensor fusion to address then this wider topic of in-cabin sensing?
Well, first of all, we have multiple technologies. I mentioned an example before about occupant classification. We actually have technologies that are capacitive, that are in-seat pressure-based, radar technologies. We also have a long track record on having worked with camera technologies. And we have 35 years of really know-how in how to provide optimal performance and lowering the total cost of ownership for an OEM making a car for the end user. So we understand that customers expect very high quality functions, and we understand how to make such functions work in real life. So when our algorithms, they provide, a combination of taking an output from a camera-based algorithm or a radar and combining that with a more valuable function, we can do that without adding costly hardware. So that means that both the car manufacturer and the end customer gets a better value. And another example of that we are really putting a lot of investment into is the example I just mentioned, occupant classification, where we have collaborated with partners on using our in-seat occupant classification sensor together with camera technologies and basically providing a much better passive restraint system for the future.
Peter, you will be part of our InCabin Europe 2025 event in Barcelona in just a short while. Where can we see your technology at the show?
So with the example that I just mentioned, we've actually worked with ZF LiveTech for a few years on this. And actually, this example can be looked at live in that car that ZF LiveTech is putting on Expo in Barcelona. And essentially here, the focus of us has been really to collaborate because ZF LiveTech is a company that's working on passive restraint systems. They know the intricacies of that better than we do. We do a lot in terms of in-cabin sensing. So we've been able to develop a very good technology. And actually, instead of LiveTech's car, we have also put other technologies in there, other sensing products from IEE. So we have both capacitive radar and in-seat sensors in that vehicle together with them. And that's a good example of one of our very strong partnerships.
Yes, absolutely. Looking forward to everything you have in store for us, Peter. You will be part of InCabin Europe 2025 in Barcelona. We've been speaking with Peter Larsen, Manager of Concepts and Architectures at IEE Sensing. Peter, again, looking forward to seeing you in Barcelona, but thank you for being with us, at least virtually anyway, today.
Well, thanks a lot, Carl. And you know what? Our team will be in Barcelona, and we hope to see everyone who has been listening in on this. They are very welcome to contact us via the platform for contacting and basically meeting face to face in Barcelona. So thanks a lot, Carl.
For more information on IEE Sensing and to find out more about our upcoming events, see the links in the description or visit InCabin.com. That's InCabin.com. And for more in-depth interviews like this, subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow InCabin on LinkedIn. In Detroit, on behalf of InCabin, I'm Carl Anthony.